It's Miss Steyert. I'm back today with Brad.
Hello.
And I am just so excited to show you something. I can't even wait till the end. I have to show you right now. Super excited to show you what happened. Oh my goodness. The Luna moth came out of its cocoon. So I am up close so that you can look at the Luna moth and think about all the things that we learned about moths. So that is a big moth. And in a second I'll show you its body, which is on the other side, but I wanted you to take a look at the antenna. And can you see how it's feathery? Looks very different than the butterfly antenna. I am hoping the butterflies come out while this Luna moth is still close by, and if you listen, it is making a clicking sound. That is to scare me away, so I will pull away a little bit so he does not get so scared. So that's one of the things I wanted to tell you is when they're scared because they think a bat is going to eat them, because bats eat them, so do some other animals, they make a clicking sound. They also take the bottom of their wings, the part that is long and skinny at the bottom of their wings, and they swirl them around really fast to confuse the bats so the bats don't eat them. Pretty smart, huh? Do you think you can see the spots on them? Do you remember what they're called? That's right, they're called eye spots. Let's give him a little space. The other thing that's super duper interesting about Luna moths is that they only live 1 week. Their lifespan is 1 week. And that is because they do not have mouths. So they don't have a digestive system, a stomach, and they don't have mouths. When they're caterpillars, they eat a whole bunch. But when they're in their adult part of their life cycle, like this Luna moth is, they do not have any mouths or any digestive systems. And when the mom Luna moths lay eggs, they lay between 200 and 600 eggs in the week that they are alive. I am going to show you its belly. I don't know if I'll get a great picture of it, but look at the body of this moth and how fluffy and hairy it is. It's very different than the butterfly's long, skinny body because it's a moth. But it's pretty cool. And then we have these guys who are still, I know it's hard to see them through the net, but I will put my hand in there tomorrow and show you a little closer their chrysalis. They are still in the chrysalis while our cocoon, one of them anyway, became a moth. So I am going to talk to you about something else today. Let me just zip this up so he doesn't fly out of there. But I was so excited I could not wait to show you our Luna moth came out of the cocoon today. So now we're going to learn a little bit about pollination. And Brad is going to teach you about that.
Pollen is the yellow, white, or brown powder at the center of most flowers. It is the part of the flower that plants need to make fruit, seeds, and new plants. It is also an important food for bees and some other animals. Plants need the help of butterflies, birds, and other pollinators to move pollen from one flower to another to help them grow. This process is called pollination. Flowers produce nectar to attract butterflies and other insects. When a butterfly sips nectar from a flower, pollen from the flower sticks to the butterfly's legs and feet. As the insect flies to a new flower, it carries the pollen with it from the previous one. The pollen falls or rubs off onto the new flower. Plants rely on this transfer of pollen to continue their life cycle.
Thank you, Brad. So the super cool thing about flowers and plants is they go through a life cycle just like the moths and the butterflies go through a life cycle. But to go through that life cycle, they need the help of the butterflies and other insects to pollinate one flower to the next. So that's called pollination. So the butterflies eat the nectar through a part of their body called a proboscis that we'll learn about in a couple days. If you were in my class last year, you probably remember that. But when they're drinking the nectar through the proboscis, they are helping the flowers out too, and the plants go through their life cycle with the pollination. So I made a little butterfly to show you how that works. So this butterfly is coming down, and this butterfly drinks the nectar out of this plant. And there's pollen in this plant as the butterfly is drinking the nectar. Then the butterfly goes to the next plant and drinks that nectar with its proboscis. And when that butterfly goes away and goes to another plant, you can see over here, can they see back? That they left some of the pollen from the red plant in the pollen of the orange plant. That's pollination. It is the butterfly helping take the pollen from one plant to the next plant. That butterfly doesn't even know that it's doing it. That butterfly is just getting a drink. But along the way, he's helping out the flowers go through their life cycle, the plants and the flowers. So we'll let that butterfly hang out there. And I want to thank you so much for coming back, because I was super excited to show you our Luna moth. And pretty soon, maybe some of the butterflies will come out of their chrysalises too, and we can check them out. So I'm so glad to see you came back today. I miss you terribly, and I hope to see you back tomorrow.